Okay, we are live now. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the English reading of Purpose and Birth and Death. We are on reading number 40.
You'll have
Rajen
to
Vakil?
talk louder. I'm
Okay,
not here.
sure. Should we start with the notes that you've sent or the PVD
No, no,
book?
no. This Summer has made a summary, or we just start.
Summer, do we
No synopsis this time. We'll start with the reading.
Start with the reading. You start with the reading.
the book? Okay, just 1 second. Opening the book. Okay. Reading from page 171. Alka, are you there?
Ketan.
Okay, wonderful. So last time we read till here, erroneous perception, and we have to start from here today.
Yeah. Shall I start?
Yeah.
One may wonder that even after such hard work and internal biological development, which some call internal purification, such obstacles should still come in between. But sage Patanjali is clear in his mind when he explains in Book 4, verse 9. There is identity of relation between memory and the effect-producing cause, even when separated by species, time, and place.
Yeah. So this is a very, uh, first of all, he's talking about internal purification. That is purification of the emotional center. That even after purification is done, uh, the obstacles can come, and that is because of identity of relation between memory and the effect producing cause, even when separated by species, time, and place, right? Uh, so the memory is what do you call? It is a ratio of tamas, rajas, and sattva. And the effect producing cause is also what do you call a ratio of tamas, rajas, and sattva. But the memory could have been from which time we don't know. Now, this is not memory of events, right? Uh, if you want to go into this, I've written some notes on this. We can read those notes a little and then go ahead, right? Okay. You want to read those notes? Yeah.
Yes, sure. Yeah.
See, the sutra is Atit Anagata Swarupta Asti. Dharmanam Adva Bhedat. Right? There is the past and the future exist in their own nature. The difference is only of sequence. Their own nature is a ratio of the three gunas. Right? So everything of the past where desire has been left unfinished, right? It remains as a sanskar in the chitta, which Patanjali calls that library of sanskar as karmashay, where unfinished energy. It is where something wants to finish itself in the future. It is looking for an incoming impulse, and when it gets that incoming impulse, it develops into behavior, it develops into vritti, it develops into pattern. So all these patterns are lying in the subconscious, and at some time they will look for fulfillment, and this fulfillment is irrespective of time, it is irrespective of linear time. They are not a part of linear time. We move from birth to death in linear time, but these patterns do not belong to linear time, they belong to some other time. All right. And unless we can redeem these patterns, we'll what do you call, keep on, what do you call, they'll keep on repeating, right? We go back to the notes here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Go back to go back to the
One.
book. Go
The
back to the
book.
book.
Okay.
Yeah. To the book. Ah.
Yeah.
So he's saying that even though we may have reached a level of inner purification of the emotional center, right? Because there are unfinished patterns lying in the what do you call karma shay, in the library of karma, in the chitta. And when an incoming impulse which is identical to that pattern, which has the same tamas rajas sattva of that pattern, it will invoke that pattern. And at that time, if we are not aware, if we are not able to pause the what you call movement of that pattern, we'll become a victim to it, and again the whole thing will start, right? And this is irrespective of time, place, and whatever, wherever we are born or whatever it is. Right? Hmm.
The effect-producing causes are: 1. The incoming impulses which draw out identical memory patterns from section 3A or 3B.
Right. So 3A is what you call shallow memory, and 3B is deep memory. So the incoming impulse is when they have they find a ratio which is similar to their ratio, they draw those patterns. Those patterns are again what do you call packets of energy which has been remained unfinished. Every moment in our life, something remains unfinished. Some desire remains unfinished, and that becomes a packet of energy, a ratio in the what do you call chitta, and that looks for another incoming impulse when it can manifest again. Hmm.
Acquired from the important recordings in the super micro recording monitor. Um, Patterns from section 3A, 3B, acquired from the important recordings in the super micro recording monitor.
Yeah, so it is, these recordings are irrespective of birth and death. So the effect producing cause is first the incoming impulses, the second effect producing cause. Hmm. Yeah,
And 2. The law of cycles, which is most complicated. So complicated that even the great Buddha would only say, it is wheels within wheels.
yeah. So first is it will look for an identical memory pattern, but that memory pattern is made from a certain matter. And that matter, it is a software. That matter is come from planetary cycles. That matter has come from the stars. It is called as essence, that matter. And that matter, because it has come from it is planetary matter, it also follows planetary cycles. So even though there is an incoming impulse, it may try to evoke an identical memory pattern, but that memory pattern is not just a victim of the incoming impulse, it is also partly governed by the law of cycles, right? The law of cycles. Yeah.
So on this, can we say that uh, there are a lot of there are a lot of memory patterns in the chitta, but how active they are or whether they are activated or no depends on the astrological or planet positions.
Yeah. So in a way, we can say that supposing we take 2026,
Hmm.
right? So we are passing through 2026. So this year, for the whole year on what do you call in the planetary cycles, Mars is in a very definite negative mode.
Hmm.
To so it will evoke conflict,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So we are seeing conflicts everywhere, from relationship to war to economy to everywhere there is conflict, right? So, right. So on a mass scale, there is so on a mass scale, the Earth is going through a certain cycle where certain incoming impulses will be given more momentum to extract those kind of identical memory patterns.
Interesting. So the laws of cycle, they affect the incoming impulses.
They affect the identical memory patterns.
Okay. Okay. So
They affect the identical memory patterns.
okay. So the
The incoming
identical.
impulses are coming from the environment.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. So the identical memory patterns corresponding to conflict or anger, they will be more activated.
You try to understand this in a certain way,
Hmm, hmm,
right? Now, there are 30,000 guys coming in,
hmm,
and there are only 120 girls,
hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, out of 30,000 coming in, only 120 are going to get married.
Yeah.
The rest will have to remain bachelor throughout their life.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
You understand what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
right? Now, those 30,000 are sending invitation to those, but those which come out, those 120 come out, will be evoked by the 30,000, but also by the planetary cycle,
Hmm. Yes.
right? So more ratio of conflict will come. So if today I'm more aggressive, I have a better chance to get married than what do you call?
Yeah.
Can you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the incoming impulses are coming from the environment,
Hmm.
right? But the what the Garbhashay which is lying in is also subject to planetary cycles.
All right. All right. Thank you.
But incoming impulse are neutral, right?
I can't understand.
Incoming
Vasubin was
impulse,
asking, incoming impulses are neutral, correct?
The incoming impulses, in a way, are neutral, but still they are not neutral in the sense that they have already been, what do you call, influenced by our structure of acceptance. Now, again, that structure will be affected by planetary cycles.
Hmm.
wherever.
You understand? Supposing I'm a very calm person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get into a fight with anyone.
Mm.
But for 15 days, Mars is negative in my horoscope.
Wherever.
So it creates some kind of aggressiveness within me.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I'm calm and what do you call this thing? But for 15 days, I'm looking for a fight with someone.
Mm-hmm.
So 30,000 impulses are coming in, but I will choose those where I'll get a fight with somebody, where I can put down somebody or, insult someone or something of that sort.
Wherever.
So the
Rajesh, Mars,
impulses are not completely neutral in that sense because they've already been invited by our structure of acceptance.
wherever. Wherever. But actually, Mars is not always negative, but its placement with some another graha, it's
This
a
I'm giving a
then it.
general example. General example.
Okay, okay,
Just a
okay, okay.
general. Okay, the what do you call the aggressiveness lying in my karma shay is made up of the matter of Mars. I'm just giving a
Wherever.
kind of right,
Okay,
and
okay, okay.
it is subject to a certain cycle.
Okay, wherever. Thank you, Rajen.
Mars is not always negative, definitely not always negative. Only in
Mm-hmm.
Duryodhan it is negative. Yeah.
Sage Patanjali has said much in a few words. This is a vital thought and should be understood properly, for most disciples overlook this vital aspect.
So
Events of
disciples overlook this vital aspect. And you see, many times when we, what do you call, walk on the path, we are told that consciousness is above cycles and consciousness is above all this. And we feel, of course, we always get the idea that we are conscious, right? So we overlook this part, right? And the whole idea is to, what do you call, transform the negative into positive. So if there's a negative aspect of Mars, through consciousness, I can transform it into a positive aspect, right? So if, what do you call, the aggressiveness can be transformed to fearlessness.
Uh, Events of very distant past will stream forth in the life of the disciple or aspirant, so remote a past that he may feel and think as if belonging to a different species of humanity.
Right. So now these patterns may, what do you call, invoke certain, what do you call, events of the past, right? And they may stream up, and this happens many times in the half half asleep period when we are waking up in the morning. Also, when we go to sleep at night, but we are usually very tired at that time. But if we can be aware in that, what do you call, when we are half awake in the morning, we will see these different faces, different events coming from the past and streaming forth, and we'll wonder what it is and what is happening.
એટલે past એટલે શું એમ? What is there about past? એટલે what is the past? Is the our karmas past or what? Events means some karmas?
Here it is very difficult to say what he's saying about the past,
Mm.
but what is there is that all the patterns lying within us, they have been accumulated from which past we don't know, right? And
Mm-hmm.
also the very uh, see, uh, I want to make chapati in my home, but I don't have load flour, so
બરાબર.
I borrow from somebody else's house,
હમ.
right? So
બરાબર.
if the material which goes to make these patterns, that has passed through so many stages of cycles of, what you call, the divine fragment moving from Swaha to Bhu, Bhuva to Bhu, right?
બરાબર.
So the anger which I am feeling, that material which has gone to make that anger may have been in a lion first.
હમ.
It may have been in some other species, different species of humanity at a
હમ.
different time, right? So,
બરાબર.
uh, and I may see images, which it invokes, and
હમ.
I'll be wondering what is happening, but it is just the material is invoking certain images. That is the thing.
But is it good for or what? How can we understand the past, what it indicates?
No, we have to just observe it. We can't do anything about it.
Okay.
Hmm. What am I
So,
going to do if I see a, what do you call, event coming of 1,000 years, right?
mm,
There's no way I'll understand it. There's no way I
બરાબર.
can edit it and decide whether it was really me or somebody else and which me was that, right?
Right.
Right. But the best thing is not to get identified with it.
Okay, right. Okay. Thank you very much.
In addition to that semi-sleep state in the morning,
Hmm.
will these also manifest as thoughts during the day?
Yeah,
And if yes, how do we sort of identify that, hey, this is a thought that has come from a pattern that is from the distant past?
we'll take Gurdjieff's, what do you call, uh, we'll use a little bit of Gurdjieff language over here,
Mhm.
right? That we are living in our personalities.
Hmm.
All these patterns are part of our essence,
Hmm.
right? That
Yeah.
essence has gone through a long journey.
Hmm.
We don't know when the patterns were formed. And the material which goes to make the patterns has gone through even a longer journey, even before humanity.
Hmm.
Can you
Yeah.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So we live in our personalities and we die in our personalities.
Hmm.
But the essence is made up of these patterns.
Hmm.
Now, if there is freedom from the pattern, then the essence grows. I don't know if I'm coming across in this.
Yes. Yes.
This freedom from pattern he calls as redemption.
Hmm.
Redemption.
Uh, so let's say we are living our day. There is a certain thought that comes to us from a certain pattern. How can we know that that thought has come from a pattern from the very distant past, or it's a recent pattern of this life?
See, usually, what do you call creative thoughts,
Hmm.
where there's creation of something new
Hmm.
in the present moment. They really sometimes come from, see, they all come from essence, but
Hmm.
many of them come from non-planetary essence, that is, essence of the stars.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Right? So today we are totally controlled by planetary essence. But as we
Hmm.
rise in consciousness, we widen the scope of our essence, and we, what do you call, also the stars beyond the solar system also become a part of our essence.
Or- So the sensitivity of these patterns will be different.
Yeah,
Okay.
there'll be a creative aspect to them. From Janalo, creativity comes from Janalo.
So redemption and payment is the same. I'm trying to guess. Payment in the Gurdjieff system is same or equal to the redemption by Tavaria side.
Uh, Tiri, I'm not getting exactly what your question is.
Sir, in Gurdjieff system, Gurdjieff
Now, who's
used to
asking the question first?
Saurabh, sir.
Saurabh, yeah.
So
Hmm.
Gurdjieff always tells about the payments. You have to give to take. So he,
So when Gurdjieff is talking about payment, he's talking about sacrifice.
okay,
You see, now I want to sit for meditation, right? And I have free time and I sit for meditation.
okay,
Can you understand?
yes,
Right? But all my friends are going for a movie and I sacrifice the movie and I sit for meditation. Is there a difference in both the meditations? I'm asking you, Saurabh.
yes. Uh, but another question is
No, no, can you
whether
first answer the
yes,
first
yes, sir.
question?
I understand.
Don't
Yes, I
jump to
understand.
another question,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir. Right.
Can you understand? I now there I have free time. I'm doing the meditation free of charge. Can you, right? And now I have done a payment and I'm doing the meditation.
Yes,
So when Gurdjieff is talking about payment, he's talking about sacrifice, right? Can you understand?
yes,
In the night, I want to go roaming with friends, but I give up that. And I say, no, I want to get up in the morning and do my refining exercises, right? So I have made a payment for that, right? And Gurdjieff says, unless you have made a payment. Now, this is very important because Tavaria Sahib said, if you are living in an ashram and if you have all the time to do meditation, it has no effect, right? But he says a person in Mumbai who spends 2 hours going in the train to work, coming back home 2 hours, 8 hours he works in the office and he's very tired, and then he finds time to do refining exercises. He has paid for his refining exercises. The quality of those refining exercises which that person does living in Mumbai and the one living in an ashram will be a big difference, because the person living in an ashram can do it at any time. This one has to steal time and do it.
Yes, got it. Thank you.
You got the idea of payment, right? So for whatever I'm doing on the path, have I paid for it? Have I made a payment for it? Gurjar say. Whilst what Tavaria Sahib is saying, redemption is that we have taken a loan of negative emotions to reach to Nadir. Those negative emotions have to be paid back. That is redemption. Now we'll go a little deeper, in which you're saying way the payment will equal this in the same way, is that somebody has insulted me. And I find great joy in getting angry on that person and putting down that person. Not to get identified, I have to pay. I have to pay with that joy in not getting identified, in not reacting. So in that sense, payment is redemption. I don't know if you got what I'm trying to say.
Sir, please, if you can give one more example.
See, you have insulted me, right? And I have this, I want to put you in your place. Now, if I put you in your place and I say Saurabh is like this, then I feel so much joy, so much of rust I get into it, right? Negative joy.
Right.
Now, if I can sacrifice that and not express the negative emotions, then it is redemption and payment at the same time.
Yes. Thank you.
You get? So there's redemption, there's payment, and there's payment and redemption together. So I'm sacrificing my ego, which wants to put you down, to let my essence grow. The essence grows at the cost of the personality in Gurdjieff, what we call. Yeah.
Devjot has also raised his hand.
Fun?
Devjot has also raised his hand.
Yeah.
Devjot, do
Hello,
you want to
Raju sir.
unmute and ask?
Sure. While doing the refining exercise, if I try to focus on the black flame, and sometimes I see an image which doesn't exactly make sense. Sometimes it's crippled. Sometimes it's like one of those old reels image, like the black and white, but it doesn't really make sense. Is it something from a past life? Is it a past pattern? What do I make of it?
Really just observe, don't get involved in all this, right? We don't want to even what you call interpret it in any way. You keep holding the flame inside. And better than holding the black flame initially, don't jump directly into the black flame. Hold an ordinary flame, light a candle outside, see that candle, close your eyes and hold the candle inside. Right? When you stop seeing the candle inside, again open your eyes, see the candle for some time, close your eyes and keep seeing the candle inside. This will develop dharana shakti. Then you'll be able to hold the black flame. Right? So don't jump directly to the black flame. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alka?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
starting. The time period may be in thousands of years. The
You have
events
to
may
talk a
have.
little louder. There's
Okay.
something wrong with my sound system. Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The time period may be in thousands of years. The events may have happened in some distant area of the universe. Nevertheless, if pertaining to the disciple or aspirant concerned, they will visit him as per the laws of cycles.
Right. So we don't know when the event has happened, but because some cycle has been triggered and those cycles were connected to so many events, something of those events will be triggered.
This will bring about certain vital results. sometimes unexpected and seemingly impossible, and this happens when a disciple or aspirant does not realize that he has not fulfilled by way of redeeming and so has to fulfill by way of causation.
Causation is that the pattern seeks fulfillment. The pattern seeks what do you call finishing. It wants to repeat and wants me to act in order of that. So if it act continues automatically, it is causation. And if there is an interruption of pause and bringing in of consciousness, then there is redemption. So the pattern is going to work one way, either through causation or through redemption. Either I redeem it or I allow myself to become a victim of it. So we can say you want to read that note, point number 10 in the note.
Mm-hmm. In
Read
redemption,
from
the
eight number, right? Read from 8 number. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we should understand redemption versus causation. In redemption, there is a conscious effort, the conscious act of pausing the movement of the memory pattern.
Yeah.
If it continues automatically, it is causation. This causation forms a new pattern on the old pattern or reinforces the old pattern, and it keeps on moving in the cycle of causation.
Now, one thing we can add over here that if I become what do you call, I don't interrupt the cause. The causation is happening automatically, but I separate and what do you call, I become a witness to the causation. So I've not interrupted the causation by pause, but I've just separated the I from the causation, right? Of course, the what do you call, aggressiveness of the causation will go down, but the causation will also fulfill itself and the pattern will not repeat. Yeah. So read 10 also.
In redemption, the pattern arises or the impulse arises.
Hmm.
There is a pause. The pause results in non expression of the pattern. The pattern cannot express itself, and so the pattern dissolves, and the energy which was locked in the pattern becomes available for a higher purpose. The automatic repetition of the cycle has been broken and dissolved forever.
Right. So this is redemption. Right. Right.
राजेन भाई,
हाँ जी.
राजेन भाई, आपने आपने જે પછતાવો જેને કે ડિપેન્ડન્સ, તો એનાથી પણ એ પેટર્ન રિઝોલ્વ થાય?
Definitely, if it is done rightly, but it should not lead to guilt.
Not guilt, but repentance. So
But if it
that is
leads
very
to conscience,
repentance is always deep, right? Conscious, yeah.
uh, if it leads to conscience, right? એટલે what we call in Gujarati અંદર આપણને દંખે, right? That is very important. That is very
Yeah.
important. And if we can, in that where it is burning inside, if we can dissolve the ego in that fire, then the pattern burns out.
Right, right. Okay, okay, બરાબર.
But there is a tantric method where you allow the causation but don't interfere in the causation. And that is not a yogic method, but it is more a tantric method.
Like some
Huh?
example, please.
Explain the
Example.
Christ crucifixion of the Christ.
Huh.
That Christ could be redeemed the crucifixion,
But he allowed the causation.
And that is the example of the causation.
He allowed the causation. Right.
No, Rajan bhai, you were telling about the tantric.
Yeah, so that is a technique. What Monish is saying is the same thing, is that Christ allowed the causation of crucifixion.
Okay.
He could have stopped it, he could have redeemed it, but he did not redeem it. Okay, right, we'll read further in the book. Yeah.
Alka?
Okay. All true yogis, adepts, it can
No,
happen
no.
that
Yeah.
over many lives the disciple may have made great sincere progress and developed and improved upon his biological shortcomings. This inner development amounts to his now belonging to a different species of human beings.
Yeah. So the personality from outside may look the same, but the person, if he's developed, uh, what do you call, in consciousness, in level of being, he may be of a different species. This different species we can, calls of cycles 10.4, 10.5, etc., etc. And Gurdjieff calls band number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Somebody has asked a question, Keto.
Uh,
Sharmila.
Sharmila, do you want to unmute and ask, please?
Hi, sure. Pranam Gurudev.
Pranam.
So my question is, the seed of karma, which once you had a talk on and you said it lies in the Muladhara chakra, is that seed of karma related to the memory pattern that comes up to meet the incoming impulses? Is it stored there in the Muladhara, or is it stored elsewhere in the brain, or they interrelated? I'm confused.
Nee, the mool aadhar of the karma lies in the Mooladhara chakra, the root, the root.
Okay,
Mool means a root, right?
right.
Right. So the original pattern lies in the Mooladhara chakra.
The
Karma
original
is
pattern of
made.
the.
Karma is made when I joins with that pattern and we form our personal karma.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So supposing
And then,
in Mooladhara chakra, uh, there is the law of gravity because there's the earth tattva in Mooladhara chakra, right?
mhm, right,
So gravity attracts things,
right.
but I don't want to attract everything. I want to attract money only.
Mhm.
So the I makes its personal karma, but the original pattern of karma will lie in the Mooladhara chakra.
Okay. Is that now separate from the memory patterns
That
that
is
come up?
universal. Or everybody has the original pattern. Then from that, their individual patterns will be made. I don't want to attract money. I want to give away all my money, but I want to attract fame,
Right,
right? But still, it is the
right.
same law. It is the same pattern. Can you get what I'm trying to say?
I think so.
So it is still following the law of gravity.
Of attraction.
Attract.
Right.
Yeah, attraction in a way. Hmm.
Okay. And so it's different from the memory pattern that comes up
The memory pattern, which is
to.
it is from our karma, Shay. That is, it is our personal this thing. What we call as prarabdha memory. It is called.
And where does that lie? I'm sorry, that's a very silly question. Where does that lie? Is it just within
He has given you
our.
where it. He has given you where it lies. The brain 3A and 3B. He has shown you in the diagram.
Okay.
In the brain
All
diagram,
right.
he has shown you where it lies.
Okay.
Hmm.
And the emotions that attach and clothe that memory pattern, that also lies with the memory pattern, or is it separated, or
See,
they reside differently?
the emotion is the binding force behind the memory pattern.
Right.
Can you understand? Uh,
Yeah.
there is a memory pattern,
Right.
but it has to be what you call bound into a packet of energy. It has to be put into a what you call plastic bag.
Right.
The energy that you need a plastic bag to hold that energy.
Okay.
The
Understood.
plastic bag is like or dislike.
Right.
The
Okay.
emotion. So he said, without soaked in emotion, there can be no memory pattern.
Yes. And those emotions come from the planets.
Yeah. All emotions are planetary.
And they
So,
then just see. Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry,
So it
carry on,
is here
Gurudev.
that the incoming impulse is neutral because it is not soaked in memory, in emotion.
Okay.
And the identical memory pattern is soaked in emotion.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm?
Thank you, Gurudev. I sort of get it. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Thank you.
All
Yeah.
true yogis, adepts, and masters are a different species of human beings, though their outer forms may be similar to ours.
Hmm.
It could be that hundreds of thousands of years may have elapsed, yet if some cycle or cycles which have been generated happen to come his way, it may make him think and act in such a way as to surprise not only him but those around him as well.
Yeah. Right. So that even if he has what do you call developed himself over thousands of years and he may be of a different species than the person sitting next to him, but a certain cycle will touch him and may try to make him act in a certain way.
The incoming impulses, like a thief in the dead of the night during a sound slumber, enter and work havoc with the disciple.
Yeah, they evoke patterns of thousands of years ago when we get identified and then the journey goes on. Right.
Is there then no remedy? Should one bow one's head before such unavoidable happenings? Yes, there is a way. One must have a transcendental teacher, Ishvara, and it must have been explained to one, and one must be convinced thereof, that to avoid causation, demanding its pound of flesh, it better it's better to redeem, and methods and a mental approach to that end should thus be cultivated.
Can you read number 10? Number 10. Yeah. So he's saying better than causation is redemption.
In
But there are
redemption,
great teachers who have allowed causation to happen also. Hmm.
and here you mean, let's say, Raman Maharshi or Krishnamurti when they had the cancer at the end.
Yeah, I think I've written something on that today.
Okay, okay, sure.
Ah,
In redemption, the pattern arises or the impulse arises. There is a pause. The pause results in non expression of the pattern. The pattern cannot express itself. And so the pattern dissolves, and the energy which was locked in the
yeah, we read
pattern
this. Yeah,
becomes available. Yeah.
in causation.
In causation, the impulse arises or the pattern expresses itself. The I identifies with the pattern. It says, I am angry, I am hurt. The reaction is expressed either expressly or internally. It forms a new scar or reinforces the old one.
Hmm. Yeah, 30.
Redemption frees us from the law of recurrence. Reaction perpetuates the law of recurrence. Pause plus awareness leads to redemption. Identification plus seduction of attention leads to repetition.
Right. Okay. Read 14 also. 14. Hmm.
These are the characteristics of energy. Stored reaction energy always seeks recurrence or equilibrium through recurrence.
So it is a form of what do you call where we allow the pattern to come, we pause the pattern and steal the energy from the pattern and destroy the pattern. And uh,
Rajan,
yeah,
Rajan bhai, અહીંયા pause is a one. And is there suppose if somebody is getting hurt, so is it happiness or that pattern also can be affected, help corrective exercise, asking.
Keto, can you just explain? My sound is not coming.
No problem.
Huh?
Network is not.
તમારું network
વસુબેનનો
clear
અવાજ
નથી.
નહીં. વસુબેન, can you please repeat?
તમે
Rajan
ગુજરાતીમાં
bhai, I
repeat
want
કરો
to
your.
ask.
હા.
No, I want to ask, can we add corrective exercise in this pattern also not? Can we remove pattern by the corrective exercise also?
See, in the end, corrective exercise is weakening the pattern, right? But pause is introduction of awareness. Pause is
Right.
rising in consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So pause, we are creating space. So the corrective pattern will again result in pause for us. Corrective exercise.
But both can we do together or not?
No, we are only doing pause,
Only pause.
right? But we are doing the corrective exercises so our pause becomes much better.
That is what I asked. Okay, right.
Right. So in Gurdjieff said the observing eye becomes more powerful.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Should we read
14.
this?
Yeah,
Or
read 14.
that one? Okay. We read 14. This one. Time does
No.
not.
We read 14?
Yes, we read 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rubber band, we read?
No, that I just added right now.
Acha.
Which is, I was just basically saying that the stored reaction energy, that's like the rubber band, which is space.
Right.
Yeah, the rubber band analogy, which is to come back to equilibrium.
In the stock market, we have a rubber band principle where that energy gets stored and then the stock starts skyrocketing, the rubber band snaps.
The snaps have been becoming more extreme these days. Time does not erase unfinished energy. The cycle continues across different states of mind, different relationships, different identities of personalities, and maybe even different lifetimes.
Yeah, we'll stop there. You can go back to the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a whole new sutra he's taking. You want to take it now or we take it next time?
We have just 5 minutes.
Satu Dirgha Kale.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I think.
Rajan sir?
Yeah.
So can we say that all diseases, they are causation, and if we can separate our eye at that time and not identified, then maybe it is redeemed, and then we are not reinforcing that old pattern, and then maybe
Yeah.
that we are free from that.
The meaning of redemption is not we are not giving petrol to the old pattern, not giving nourishment to the old pattern.
And if we are identified with the disease, then maybe that disease will keep happening to us.
Yeah, if I'm complaining, if I'm in a wrong mood, if I'm in depression, if I'm in a what do you call resentment that why have I got the disease and somebody else has not got into it, then I'm just adding fuel to the fire.
And that disease will keep repeating life after life, maybe.
See, again, the disease is an event.
Right.
What incoming impulse will invoke the pattern again, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because
But that
now it'll be separated by time. Huh?
Yes, but that pattern is still there. It is
The
not.
pattern is reinforced because of my complaining.
Right.
The pattern is reinforced. Now, when the incoming impulse will again activate the pattern, it may not activate at a physical level. It may activate at some other level.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Any more questions? So
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry,
Go ahead, Devjot.
um, Rajan sir, when you explained how to hold the black flame during refining, or just the candle flame, what am I really doing? I didn't quite understand.
Say I'm doing the first exercise, right? So I keep a candle in front of me. Now I look at the candle. I'm doing the exercise. I'm looking at the candle. Now I close my eyes and I'm continue doing the exercise and I see the candle inside. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, as soon as I stop seeing the candle inside, again open the eyes, look at the candle for some time, again, and you continue doing your exercises. That is what I'm trying to tell you.
But what about what the images that I see inside?
No, don't get identified with those images. You keep holding the candle. Don't allow your mind to start interpreting the images.
Okay.
They're just the images are just a leaky valve, right? You better put a new visor, washer, no visor, washer.
Rajan bhai, today is Mahashivratri. Any
Right.
message or any recommendations from you?
Do one mala of Gayatri. All the best. Happy Shivratri to everyone. Shiva means prosperity and overflowing abundance. I hope it comes in everyone's life, not just money, material prosperity. Not just. Anything else? Anyone? You should have told me, I would have had some old notes on Shivratri. I would have brought them up. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Vasubhay.
So you're someone asking a question?
Okay.
Okay.
You have told something about Mahashivratri. I don't remember, but you have told something in the long back.
Long back. Yeah. Even I don't remember.
No, it was very important. You can recollect.
Yeah. But I'll have to look for those notes. I'll have to look for those. Right. The different forms of Shiva we had talked upon at a certain time. Anyway, let's hope India wins the match today. We can't lose against Pakistan, can we? Right. All the best, everyone. Huh? We meet next week. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very
sir.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Jai
Thank
Bhagwan
you.
Rajan bhai.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.